Hello and welcome to Radiothon on WCVF 88.9, the voice of Fredonia, and WDVL 89.5, the Inferno. I'm Lee.
I'm Anna.
Yo. So we have a little show called Find Your Creative Vibe. And okay. So basically what we have is a show that is a collaboration between our past old shows.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, do you want to explain your show
Sure.
of what you originally had?
Yeah, sure. So my show back in the days of when I was a sophomore, yes, this was 2 years ago, I had my very own show called Find Your Vibe. And it was a music and poetry variety show where I would read a piece of original poetry every week, and I would play music that went along with the theme for that week. It really helped me gain a lot of confidence in, my own creative expression, and it was just something that really allowed me to step foot into the realm of radio.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I had a show called Creative Conversations, which is basically the same exact thing. And we didn't realize that each other had a show until after we had it, or during the time we had it. And it was very much of oh my gosh, you had a show like that, I had a show like that. So what I did was my little splurge of intro was welcome to Creative Conversations. I'm Lee. I'm going to talk about whatever I feel like talking about. I'm going to read some poetry because I feel like doing it. And I'm going to play some music because I feel like doing it. Mm-hmm. And that was my show. And so we thought to collab the two dead shows.
Bring them back to life.
Yeah.
In the form of Find Your Creative Vibe.
Yes.
Not Creative Conversation, because I kept saying Find Your Creative Conversation. And
I mean, it could be Find Your Creative Conversation, but it also could be Find Your Creative Vibe. There's so many ways you could mix
combine
the
them.
names.
Yeah.
But I want to go into the lore of Anna and Lee a little bit, of just why we're here together in this booth.
Heck yeah.
So I walked in to Com 101.
Wait, was that the class?
I think so.
With the illustrious Rosalind Smith?
Yes, and I walked in, and I did not know anybody. It was my first day of freshman year. Had no clue who anybody was. And I saw Anna, and I saw Kelly, who you've heard many times throughout Radiothon. And I was like, these people seem cool. They're nice. So I sat next to them, and we all hit it off. And we were a good little friend group there for a while. And then we all got busy, and so we didn't really hang out.
Yeah.
And it sucks. But each one of us hangs out with each other in odd times
when we can,
Yeah.
And it's interesting because in a way we all found our own ways to the radio station, and I would say that's kind of where we reunited, so to speak.
Yeah.
Even though we all have different majors. Kelly's also a video production major, but she also does a lot of stuff with psychology, so she spends a lot of her time doing that too. So yeah, we did kind of, go down different paths for a while, but yeah.
And so originally, I was not I was a comm major, but I wasn't part of the video radio productions at all. I didn't get into the radio station until my sophomore year, but the entirety of my freshman year, I knew about the radio station because you told me about the radio station.
Wait, I did?
Yeah, because you had your show. And you were I just have a show at the radio station.
Yeah.
And so I always thought that was cool, but I was too scared to come in.
Yeah.
And then Kelly was the one who actually physically brought me here. So you're the one who told me about it first, and Kelly's the one who brought me here first. And then both of you are the two people the first people I met here. Yeah. Which is just I love you guys. And You know what I love more though?
Chicken nuggets.
That too. And listening to WCVF 88.9 FM, the voice of Fredonia, and WDVL 89.5, the Inferno. What do you have songs, don't you?
I do.
Do we want to chit chat, or do we want to play some songs?
Let's play some songs.
All right. What song do you want to play?
Ooh, that's a good question. We could start off with Ocean Man. Kind of just like establish the vibes.
I think the vibes need to be established. Okay. You want to do Ocean Man?
Heck yeah.
I can do Ocean Man.
Take me by the hand, Ocean Man.
And we're back.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? It's been a long time since we talked.
I know. It's been about 10 years. Well,
yeah.
In Ocean Man terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Me too. It's
cherry on top.
cherry on top of something. I don't know, but
I'm really feeling like a milkshake. I've been feeling a milkshake the last couple days.
what flavor?
I'm always a vanilla. I love chocolate, but I always
Fair.
go for vanilla milkshake specifically.
That's fair. I always default to like strawberry. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like my mom was allergic to strawberries, but
So you're like, I want to eat all the strawberries.
Yup.
Yeah, I feel that. How have you been? I haven't. This is the first time we've like sat down and talked.
Oh, it's been a minute. Yeah, I think this semester has just been very, up and down in terms of like workload, but also just it's been wild. Like it's just emotional because this is my last semester here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
How have you been?
I've been okay. There's been a lot of things happening in my personal life that are just like a little crazy. But I'm all right in general. I would say.
Yeah.
The school is really hurting me right now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's kicking my butt.
Same.
And yeah, I have like 3 10-page papers to write.
Wait, are you serious?
I do. I'm dead serious. And
I knew I stopped being an English major for a reason.
yeah. And then for like my audio radio productions major, I'm taking. Fun fact: I'm taking my second class of audio radio productions, like in its entirety. Like I haven't
Yeah.
taken any more than like my one class last semester and then this class. And this class is my capstone for audio radio.
Oh, wait, so you're an audio radio major now too?
Yeah, I am. So I'm an English major and an audio radio productions major.
That's awesome.
And a communications minor. But I feel like the communications minor is just like so like I already had all the credits. Like it took nothing for me to complete my
minor requirements.
Yeah.
Because it's such a broad minor. It's like
any class
Yeah.
that is in the common department can satisfy it.
pretty much, yeah.
So I have like it's just a nice thing on my transcript.
There you go.
So yeah. I don't know. I didn't like really think about what we were doing. We can read some poems because that's what we did on Find Your Vibe and Creative Conversations.
Creative Conversations.
Yeah. So yeah, for Creative Conversations, I had I read probably a poem every week, at least a poem every week.
Yeah.
And what I would do is I would play the songs that I chose for that week for like half the show.
Yeah.
And then when I would come back for the other half, I within that time frame of the songs playing, I would have like poems written. Like I would write poems. I would challenge myself and try to write poems.
That's awesome. I could never. I'm so like I'm bad at being off the cuff with certain things.
Yeah.
So I literally wrote verbatim what I was gonna say, and I didn't go off the script at all.
Really?
Yeah. Just because I think it was nerves getting to me because it was my first time being on air.
Yeah.
And in some ways, I'm still sort of anxious like that, but it comes more naturally to me now. So
Yeah.
I feel like if I were hypothetically to do like a sort of like resurrection of my show, I probably would try to go more off the script and stuff. So
Yeah, I did have a script in the very beginning, and then I realized that like I always trail off of it because I'm just a talker, a yap.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so I just realized I don't really need a script. I still like made something to just like follow a little bit, like an outline type thing, but I never like. I only used like an actual script for like maybe the first 2 episodes, and then I got
Just followed the vibe.
yeah, I followed I found my creative vibe. So
That's great.
I know what else is a creative vibe.
What?
Knew who else?
Who is?
Knew who else? Is poems. Ooh. Do you have a poem that you're thinking of right now?
I do.
Do you have it up?
I do.
Would you like to read it?
So let me give a little context. So I believe this poem that I'm about to read was from my second installment. I call them installments of my radio show. And from what I remember, I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but the theme was something along the lines of finding your voice and just sort of embracing, who you are as a creative individual. Creative individual, that sounds like an interesting phrase. But yeah, so this is that poem. Okay. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Shh, she says about to say something, for once, but she never talks. So what's the fuss? Oh, you're right. Look how she moves. Her mouth, but nothing comes out. She looks down at her feet, clenches her eyes till the crow's feet walk off. Yeah, she's not saying anything now, but her mouth moves with the desire to speak. Pens and paper only got her so far. But in this little room and on the waves, she will one day be heard. So just wait for that day and listen. The end.
Snap, 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 snap. That's so pretty.
Thank you.
I love it. Where'd you say that was from?
This was from the second installment, I believe, of Find Your Vibe. It's been a while, so I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but yeah, I do believe it was like one of my earlier installments.
Yeah. I'm trying to read through like some of the stuff I have. I don't have I wrote it all in my journal from when I had the Creative Conversations, and I don't have that journal with me
Your
right now.
Creative Conversations journal?
Yeah, it's literally just jam-packed filled with poems. I have to sneeze so bad. It's right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like tickling my nose.
Elephant, pineapple.
Why'd that work? Like, I don't have to...
Wait, it actually worked?
Yeah, like, I don't have to sneeze anymore. That was weird.
Maybe I startled you by saying elephant and pineapple.
I think you did. I was caught off guard a little bit. I was like, are you okay? There's no elephant in the room. What are you talking about?
Except for the one that I just spoke into existence. Okay, it's gone now. Never mind.
Oh, he left.
It's kind of sad though.
I'm trying to go through all my poems and I can't find. I have some stuff. Okay, you want to hear something?
Heck yeah.
Okay, let me make sure that I should have prepared.
It's okay. I didn't prepare mine until like probably 2 minutes before I got here.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
I am extremely ready. I'm on the edge of my seat, metaphorically and physically. Okay, or literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Cool. This is April 27th, Saturday, at some time on Standard Eastern Time. FYI, I'm outside of McEwen Hall, the lone park bench next to Jewett, next to 2 trees on my left side and 2 trees on my right. Yeah, this is the time I started my project. Tell me about the weather. I love the weather. I don't remember the grass and when it started to look greener, but it almost looks summer green, though it doesn't quite feel like it. It's chilly. I would be upset in a t-shirt. And I'm mildly annoyed. My ankles are showing and my hands are slightly numb, though I am still writing and keeping them busy. The birds chirp, and chirping sounds too quick, and singing sounds too long. Talking sounds as if they're talking nonsense. Rather, it sounds soft, as if one says, "Look at the direction of the sun. Isn't she pretty?" The sun is a she? A moment's pause. I'm talking about the horizon, the sky. Ain't she blue? Well, I guess so. Why is the blue sky a she? Well, she's whoever you want it to be. Well, what does she want to be? She. Snap.
Snap very well because my hands are sweaty, but
knees weak, mom's spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti, palms are sweaty.
Hello. Hi, Izzy. Izzy's waving through the window. I was very caught off guard. I was like, what did I do wrong? What did I do? Was my poem bad?
No, it was amazing. It was really good.
Yeah. Know what that's for?
What?
That is for our sound design class.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're gonna make that for your individual project?
Yeah, I am.
Ooh.
So we have me and Anna are in the same class, and we have, so we're in the same class, and so we are doing a community project and then an individual project, and they're both audio things. So like basically for the community project you have to help someone out in the community with something relating to audio.
Yep.
And then for the individual project you have to make a project out of audio.
You have to help yourself in the community with an audio-based medium.
Yes. Precisely.
Yourself in the community.
I am the community. And so I was going to do like a documentary type thing, and I was like, no, I do not have time for this. So I changed my idea to be like kind of like a poem, like walkthrough type thing. And apparently I like was looking back on some of the stuff and that I've written so far, and I've been having a lot of the animals talk. Yeah. So I think that might be like a theme in there of just like talking to animals, Snow White type vibes.
Ooh, snowy.
Snow. I don't like snow.
Rainly.
Rain. Well, then there's no Snow White.
Oh crap.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Do you want to play another song?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so fun fact about this song. I had Creative Conversations, and you were on Creative Conversations at one
Okay.
point. I was. You were.
Mhm.
And so you, like, when I had people on as guests for Creative Conversations, it would be the same, like, outline and stuff, but I had them give a...
You know what I remember from being on your show?
What?
You asked me what my favorite condiment was, and I think I said, like, ketchup or something.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I do remember that. We had like a 30-minute conversation about ketchup. I totally forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Well, we can talk about ketchup during the song,
Oh,
but
sounds good.
the song is called Age of Consent, and by New Order. And you were you put that in the playlist.
I did.
And now it's like one of the, like, it's in like a lot of my playlists now.
Really?
It is. So I'm gonna play that one for y'all. I hope you enjoy Anna's music from like 2 years ago.
I give you the consent to enjoy my musical selection.
From the song Age of Consent. Because that was a pun. Ha 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 ha.
Won't you please let me go?
Yo, you're listening to WCVF 88.9, the voice of Fredonia, and WDVL 89.5, the Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to talk about ketchup now.
Yes, we do.
We were talking about ketchup the entire time after Anna talked about ketchup. So, we're talking about ketchup.
Sounds good.
So, ketchup is arguably the best condiment.
You mean inarguably the best condiment?
No, it is arguably, because I am a big avid fan of ranch. And
Fair.
If I am not getting ranch in my system at least once a week, then I'm not able to function. I don't feel the same way with ketchup.
Your lifeblood is ranch.
Yeah, it
Instead
is.
of blood that runs through your
Yeah.
veins, it's ranch.
It is. It really is. How'd you know?
I don't know. I think I did like an autopsy of No, that's when someone dies. Never mind.
No. Yeah. That is not it. Oh my gosh. I'm looking for the song. I don't think it's the same song, but I got something. We're gonna since we played the Ocean Man, now we're listening to Hawaiian Breeze.
Harken it back to SpongeBob. It's all coming full circle. Why does it sound so sad though?
It's so sad, it brings a tear to my eye.
So beautiful.
I know. I don't know what to talk about. How have you been? How has life treated you?
It's been okay. It's definitely been up and down because I'm taking 2 capstone classes this year.
Which
Or
one?
semester. Sound design and then fiction 2, which is for my video production capstone.
Is that the one with clean hallways?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it's been really fun working on it overall, but we do have a lot of late night shoots.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was up until like almost 6 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that here, I'm gonna skip this just in case. Just in case. It's a SpongeBob thing, but I'm gonna skip it just in case. Yeah, I was sitting on the top of the roof of McEwen because that opened recently.
Oh yeah.
And so when that like happened, I was like, I was like sitting out there, and I saw like a camera guy, and then a camera, and then like a bunch of equipment.
That
and
was
then
probably us.
It was definitely you guys, because I was like, are those the people working on clean hallways? And then I see Brock wave at me, and I was like,
Of
yeah,
course it's Brock.
yeah, and I was like, okay, they're going into the amphitheater now.
Oh yeah,
That's fun.
That must have been the other night because we were filming there for one of our last shoots.
Yeah.
And we were probably there until like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, which is
You got there? Well, I was there around 9.
Yeah.
So that's quite a
yeah.
while.
The call time was, I believe, for that night was 10 p.m. and yeah, we were there until like probably almost 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then our second to last shoot, which was Thursday into Friday, that was the 6 a.m. one. So
Oof.
yeah. But you know, it's the life of a film major. And
Yeah. Do you like
it's-
what you're doing?
I do. I'm the wardrobe person for Clean Hallways.
Mm-hmm.
I was the same for The Whiskey last semester, which was the film we did for Fiction 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really fun. I think my talents are more suited to things of that nature, like props and costume and set design, stuff like that. And I never knew until I became a film major that I enjoyed doing that. So
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel with radio. Like, I was in a big debate with myself last year because I came into freshman year as a journalism major. I was that for a year, and then I dropped that, and then I added English, and I was that for a year. And then I was like, okay, I want to go back to journalism, but I also want to keep English, but I also want to learn about this radio station more because I'm involving myself so much.
Yeah.
And then I learned that there was an audio radio productions major, which is a communications major, which is it correlates a lot with journalism.
Yeah.
So I was kind of able to like get all of that together, which was really nice. And I really didn't think I would enjoy audio radio. I just thought it would be something that I would like I'd pick up, and then it would be one of those things where like you think you'd like it, and then you don't.
Like a passing fancy almost. Yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be that. So I was like very skeptical of me like jumping in.
Yeah.
But I actually very much like enjoyed audio radio stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's very cool.
It's been really cool to see not just your interest in audio production grow, but also like your skill, because I've only had like one audio production class with you, but like your soundscape that you did, I think it was it like the second or the third one where the girl was at the concert?
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was amazing. Like, thank
you.
Yeah, like that was really good.
Thank you. I worked really hard on that one. Though the others, I'm not going to say the same thing, but I definitely worked hard on that one. It was basically like, for people who are listening, it was basically a soundscape, which is like a walkthrough of a bunch of sounds. So like if you're listening, it sounds like you are there,
right?
In that event or whatever is happening, so I did like the event, quote unquote event, was a girl going outside of a music show to smoke a cigarette, and then coming back in, and then like the music show starting again. I appreciate that. Thank you. And yours were also very good.
No, they weren't. Most of them were.
You had a lot of good ideas that I think you just didn't have time to execute.
That's the thing.
Like the ideas were good, and like you could tell what parts you had time for and what parts that you had to rush.
Yeah.
And like doing audio, I've learned very quickly that like sometimes you just have to submit something.
Yeah, and as Daly likes to say at some points, the best project is a done project. Yeah. Which I've really learned this semester in particular. Just because, I'm taking 2 capstone classes, and like you have things that are due like one day, and then the next day another thing's due. And it's
all big stuff too.
You have to learn how to really delegate your time while also trying your best, like putting your best effort forth in your projects, So it's like a balancing act almost.
Yeah. And it really does help to hear other people's stuff too. Yeah. Like we go over it in class, or like I know a few of my friends have like sent me their soundscapes or audio things just to show like what they have done. And it's really helpful to like see that and learn from it, because like you're like, oh, that's how like that guy did that. Yeah. And I've been like kind of playing in Adobe Audition recently, and I am trying to figure out, maybe you can help me with this. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to make a fade into like a longing sound. So like, let's say a person screams. I am trying to get like an echo, a faded echo into the end of that. So it's a scream, and then it just turns into like reverb.
Interesting.
So I'm trying to think of how like I would do that, and I was kind of like fiddling around, and I got a little bit of it, but it's an odd idea.
It's all, I do know what your idea is. I think I might be able to help you with that.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe in a
after hours.
Yeah, after hours. And speaking of after hours, you can
transition was great.
Try it. I'm still so bad at transitions. Last Call Entertainment is hosting their last show at BJ's this semester, called BJ's Fest. The band's Magazine Beach, Robbery Club, Gas Station, The Weather Might Stay Otherwise, and B. Roller Casper will perform at BJ's 51 West Main Street in Fredonia on May 9th. Doors are at 9 p.m. and music is at 10 p.m.
True.
I need to sign this. I need to put my little initials on it.
Put your little initials in here.
Yeah. Okay, all done. Grapevines are done. But Yeah. What were you talking about?
We were talking about audio production and just sometimes how demanding the major can be.
I didn't realize how time consuming it would be, because that is the main problem with I wouldn't say problem, but it's the main thing for audio radio, is that like you need time to like prep whatever you're doing, and then like if you know the program, it's just kind of second nature of like fixing things and like going through the motions and whatever. But when it comes to like actually getting it done.
You're excused.
Thank you.
Sorry.
When it comes to actually getting it done, it takes so long. It takes so long, and I don't have that time. So I'm like hoping that I can just like squeeze time in, squeeze it in, so I can finish this. But I don't think I've told you. I don't know if I have or not. Next semester, I'm taking 3 of the daily classes.
3?
3. I'm taking 3 daily classes. Daily is professor, the audio professor. Yeah, I'm going to be taking 3 of Professor Daly's classes next semester. All of them which are going to be audio heavy, which means I'm not going to have time for nothing.
Are they
nothing.
Are they back to back too?
They're all on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh,
yeah. I know quite a few people who are like in that all 3 classes with me. So at least I have friends in there, but
so you won't go through it alone, but it's still.
But I'm still gonna go through it. Yeah. It's not even bad. It's not like I like dislike the classes.
Yeah.
I like the classes. It's just so much time commitment.
Yeah.
And then on top of like other classes, and then also like radio station, and then also like I'm part of Writers Ring.
Yeah.
So like it's just quite a bit of everything all the time.
And you're gonna be a senior next year, right?
I am going to be a senior next year. It's crazy.
Big man on campus.
I know. I have no idea what I'm doing like after.
That's totally fair.
I'm just going with the flow. I'm going with the vibes.
Going with the creative vibes.
I'm going with the creative vibes. You know what else does creative vibe?
Is. What was that?
Oh, okay. I think we need to play a booth play.
Sounds good.
You want a booth play?
A booth play.
We can play a booth play. All right.
Please come and take a look at this heart of mine. See, I clearly need you near me to be feeling fine. I got this feeling in my head, yeah, I gotta know. Do you ever think we'll have the chances to let it grow? Will you ever say that you feel the same? Will you turn me blue? So say you will, say it's all mirrored feelings. Say you will, and let's go together. Don't you know you have my heart? You got my heart now, darling. Yeah, my heart is yours. Yeah, my heart is yours. You clearly want to take me round for a spin. True, my smile would be wider if you blew a kiss. Well, I know what you got with those diamond eyes, and I'd love to see them sparkle maybe next to mine. Come and make this feeling last forever. Come and make it true. So say you will, say it's all mirrored feelings. Say you will, and let's go together. Don't you know you have my heart? You got my heart now, darling. Yeah, my heart is yours. darling, yeah, my heart is yours. Yeah, my heart is yours. Yeah, you got my heart. You got my heart now, darling, yeah, my heart is yours. Yeah, my heart is yours.
Yo. So while that song was playing, I realized I wanted to play another song. So I found these people while I was doing Creative Conversations.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm not playing the song that I originally played on there, though I would love to. It's just a very long song.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play the California Honey Drops, and the song is called All Day All Night. It's a very nice song. It reminds okay, think of like Despicable Me, like Despicable Me 2, like where the girls are like walking around and stuff. It gives that vibe. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna agree with me, but just listen.
All right.
You know, see if it gives the Minion vibe.
The Minion vibe.
I've been singing all day, singing all night, singing 'cause I got this feeling and I know it's a mighty hard road, but we all gotta go. Yeah, we all gotta go. Moaning through the nights, moaning through the days, moaning 'cause I once had a love and now she's gone. Oh, don't you know she's gone? Don't you know she's gone? And she ain't coming back. Laughing through the nights, crying through the days, losing my mind one tear at a time over you. It's all over you, over you. A girl I wish you knew. Who was in the right, who was in the wrong, who could have known it would all come tumbling down. What a sound, girl, what a sound when it hit the ground.
Didn't it give like a little bit of a Despicable Me vibe, like in a way, like just like the montage part of it?
Yeah, like montage.
You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very like light-hearted and sort of casual. Like,
Yeah.
like the girls are walking. What were they
like in the mall.
Yeah, in the mall. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's I don't know why, but it just gives that vibe to me. And the vibe, get it? Because we're on a creative vibe.
Does it give you a creative vibe?
I guess it does. I mean, I am holding my poetry book, so maybe I can classify it as inspirational and or creative in some sort of fashion.
Nice.
So,
And I'm holding my phone on Google Docs that has some random poetry on it about Squidward tentacles.
do you want to read it?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, you can read it.
Sweet. It's kind of a longer one, but
That's okay.
I'll try to
That's
be
okay.
fast about
we got
it.
time.
Sweet. Okay, so this is called Ode to Ol' Squiddy. Your bulbous-nosed, creased brow, and non-existent hairline do not only capture your dire, depressed, and depraved state, not to mention your trademark scowl, but it captured and captures mine oh so well. On that fateful night of boredom and stagnancy abound, I thought of none better than you to pull from my oppressed mind. As a child, I only ever saw you, Ol Squiddy, as the antithesis of fun, the mortal enemy of play. SpongeBob and Patrick's antics you despised, and so I grew to despise you. Every time you appeared on screen, I had the urge to chuck my big, boxy Toshiba TV out the window. Even for Plankton, the obvious antagonist, I harbored more respect than you. He possessed mad passion, an undying and unyielding drive to one day steal the coveted secret formula and claim Krabs' success for his own. While you, Ol Squiddy, did nothing to change your circumstances, your place in your world. Your misery was apparent, palpable even. You hated your neighbors as much as you loved your clarinet, the Krusty Krab your eternal burden, and your home you couldn't even enjoy without the incessant reminder of the annoying as heck outside world. Knocking at your door every 5 minutes yelling, "Hey Squidward, come out and play!" I don't know your childhood, I don't know your past. We were only given your present. All my childhood, I saw you as this fun sucker. This butthole who would never and could never be happy. But as I grew, as we all grew, we came to see and understand the real you. Yes, Mr. Tennis Balls, you may be the antithesis of fun, the mortal enemy of play, a fun sucker, and perhaps a butthole who would never and could never be happy. But you did something that no one from your show could do, no one except for you. You showed us, the carefree kids who turned into the anxious teens, who turned into the fed-up young adults who will turn into, well, I don't really know, the other side of paradise. The side that SpongeBob and friends didn't want us to see, or just couldn't show us, no matter how hard they tried, because you didn't even have to try. The crappy dead-end job, the annoying neighbors, the internalized superiority complex, the hatred of social interaction, the feeling of being unappreciated, unnoticed, and eternally damned. So, Ol Squiddy, your purpose may not be readily present to you, but if you could see what I see, a mark of the times, maybe even an icon, who sits upon his throne of empty regrets and endless complaints, abandoned dreams and wasted potential, dear, good, grumpy Ol Squiddy, this is my ode to you.
That was so good. I did not think it would be that good, considering the name, what
Ode
was it?
to Ol Squiddy.
Ode to Ol Squiddy. I think that was really good.
Thank
You want to hear one of mine?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a continuance of me sitting where I was, and then I moved up to the McEwen area. Like,
Okay.
it's more location-based.
Yeah.
The clock tower went off, but only the first 15 minutes of the hour. What hour, I do not know. A squirrel appears from around the side and makes his way to the front of the concrete railing. The squirrel hops on top of the mini concrete wall. I first think he's going to jump onto the trees that are farther than they appear. No, you have so much to live for, and for a moment I consider my own advice. But then he sits and he spreads onto his stomach and into a sun puddle. Funny how we both left the ground beneath our feet to lay in the sun puddles in the same place. I wonder if this is his daily routine. When the bell tower went off, he laid. When the 30-minute bell rung, the squirrel stretched, got up, took its time to gallop to the edge of the counter, and jumps off the railing. No more need for the nap. The sun fell behind Mason, and the sun puddles dispersed elsewhere.
Ooh, I like the imagery in that one.
Thank you. But that's all we got time for. I'm so sorry, and I love you.
I love you too, Lee.
And we're gonna play one more booth play for you. And please keep staying tuned for the Big Cheeseburger Challenge. Radiothon. Okay. Any last words?
This has been Find Your Creative Vibe with Lee and Anna.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. It's been real.
It's been real.